All right, Emily, we are moving on to the Cadillac. So before we get started, I'm going to mention a couple things here about the Cadillac. So the Cadillac is a very versatile apparatus. We can convert the Cadillac. You already see here, this could be a mat. Underneath is, we can turn that into the reformer. And then on the end here, we could also convert this to the springboard. And then we can also do many exercises on the Cadillac that are somewhat acrobatic, and then also some exercises that we do on the different apparatus. So the first one we are going to work on today is teaser, and it springs from above, and we're using the push through bar. All right, and I've already got everything set up for you. So we have 2 blue springs, and we have the push bar here. So I'll begin by getting you placed. You can go ahead and lay down fully. I'm gonna hold this up to protect you, and nice and safe. Beautiful. We're gonna begin. I'm gonna lower this bar down, and you can lift those arms up. You're gonna be placing those hands at shoulder width apart, which is beautiful, just like you are. And then you're just simply gonna push that bar through, extending those arms nice and long overhead. Beautiful. So you're at shoulder width apart. Now we'll talk about your body a little bit. You're in beautiful position. We're finding that length in your body. Those legs are long, those toes are pointed. So the abdomen area, normally we cue to knit those ribs together, but in this exercise we're going to keep that area soft. Your ribs are going to be nice and flush with your pelvis. So are you ready? Good. All right, so we are going to begin. I'm going to have you on that inhale. You're going to pull that bar, bend those elbows, pull that bar. Once that bar is at your nose, you're going to tuck that chin. Beautiful. Beginning lifting those legs, extending those arms long. Absolutely beautiful. Keeping this area nice and soft, and we're going to lower down. You're going to tuck that pelvis and lower down, keeping that area nice and soft, lowering those back ribs hit, your legs are down, and you're pushing that bar all the way through. Nicely done. That is our teaser. I'm going to help pull this bar back up safely. Nice. Very good. All right, Dawn, we are moving on. Here we're going to be working on our next exercise here. This is going to be springs from above. It's a push through, the bar we're going to be pushing through, and it's a prone position. This is going to be swan. So we've done swan on a couple different apparatuses. We do it on the mat. We just did it on the barrel. And we do it on the reformer. So we're going to add that in here to the Cadillac. So we have the 1 blue spring on. We've moved down the push down bar on the uprights here to the lowest position. So I'm going to push this bar through before I have you getting on the mat for safety purposes. So go ahead and lay down on the mat in a prone position. You can extend it in. We're going to have that arms lift distance away, getting you into position. Beautiful. So just settle here and relax for just a second. All right. Before we get started, I'm going to go over a couple things. I want to have you warm up. We've done some warm up, but why don't we go ahead, lift those feet up, lift those arms up, and just do a couple swimming exercises here. Beautiful. Just get that body moving a little bit. Get that lower back working. Beautiful. That's good. Go ahead and lower down and relax. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to I'm going to bring this bar back towards you, but I'm going to have you place your hands on the bar and shoulder width distance apart. So I'm going to go over a couple things in your body. So we're going to have those legs extended long, all right? Your glutes are going to be turned on for this exercise. Your pelvis is going to be pressing into the mat. Your lats are going to be turned on to help as well. We're going to be keeping those shoulder blades back and down, all right? So we're going to get ready to prepare. Your spine and pelvis are in neutral at this moment, okay? So this exercise is really going to, once again, we're going to be working on that spinal extension here. So as you're ready, arms are long. Let's bring those hands in just a little bit here. That one's okay. This one here needs to come in just in slightly. There you go, having them on shoulder height. Beautiful. Are you ready? All right, on that inhale, You're gonna be lifting up, pulling that bar towards you, just slightly finding that extension here. You're pressing that pelvis into the mat. Those shoulders are back and down. Relax those shoulders, beautiful, nice. Then go ahead and lower back down on that exhale. Very nice. Catch your breath there, and we're gonna do this one more time. Take a deep breath in, and on that inhale, begin lifting up that chest. Beautiful, keeping those shoulders back and down, nice, beautiful. Those glutes are on, those lats are on, beautiful. Then go ahead and lower that chest back down, pushing that bar through on that exhale. Nicely done. Our next exercise is again on the Cadillac. We're going to be working, this one's going to be chest press. So here we're working with the springs from below. So the first thing we're going to do for safety is we have a safety strap here. So I'm going to be lifting this up and I'm going to be putting the safety strap on. I've already attached a blue spring. We're going to just use one blue spring. All right, and I'm going to be careful here, making sure that flap is up to protect the equipment. Right, and we're going to be attaching here. I don't want to have it twisted around. All right, attaching it to this rung. So that's how we're going to get yourself set up. Beautiful. All right, so I'm going to hold this bar, and you can lay down on your back, supine position. Very good. You're going to scoot up, further up this way. We're going to find those shoulders underneath, maybe just a tad bit more up this way. Yeah, there you go. You're going to find those hands on the bar, shoulder width apart. All right, I'll check that in a minute. So just hold that there. I still have my hand on the bar. We're going to have those, you're in good position. Your hips are flexed, those knees are flexed, those feet are flat on the mat, your hip width distance apart. Your spine and your pelvis are in neutral. All right, so this is going to be an upper body exercise. We're going to be working the triceps as well as your pecs. All right, so it's a very small movement. So I'm going to go ahead and let go of that bar, and you have it in a good hold. Beautiful. Those elbows. The movement is simple. All right, you are going to go ahead and let's go ahead and lower that bar down just to see how that feels. Those elbows are going to come out just a little bit. Beautiful. Keeping those hands. Let me make sure we're shoulder width. All right, maybe bring this one in just a little bit. Oh, sorry. That looks good. All right, so we're really keeping that scapula stable here, watching the shoulder stability with this exercise. All right, so take a deep breath on that exhale. You're going to extend those elbows, extend that bar. Beautiful. Extend it long. And then lower back down on that inhale. Excellent. Extend. Beautiful. And lower on that inhale. One more time. Exhale, press, and lower, and inhale. Beautiful. That's your chest press. Next exercise here is our half hang on the Cadillac. So I'm going to begin by having you lay down in a supine position. So on your back, you're going to have your head here down all the way down in between these uprights. You're going to place these arms around the outside. Now, we've already talked about your medical clearance. You're good to go for this exercise. I can touch on that a little bit later. I'm going to stand up here. All right, you're going to begin by placing your feet. I'm now in a squat up here on my thighs, nice and stable. All right, so I'm going to twist this 4 times. All right, and then we're going to place your foot up. Beautiful. Externally rotating. Nice. I'm going to do the same here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lifting that foot up. Nice. And then externally rotating. Beautiful. And then you can just relax into this position here. Beautiful. This is just letting you, we're going to sit here for about 30 to 60 seconds. Just relax and breathe. We're just releasing that upper body, that spine. Beautiful. Those hips. Good. And as I mentioned before, we wouldn't want to do this exercise if you had any hip replacements or glaucoma or diabetes, any artery disease, anything like that. But we're all good. How do you feel?
I feel great.
Isn't that
It
great?
feels really good for my,
Yeah.
my lower back.
This is my favorite exercise so far. Okay, so I think that's been enough, past 30 seconds. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna lower back down into the squat. I'm gonna take your foot out. I'm gonna place it back here on my thigh. And I'm gonna do the same for the other side here. And then you can lower down 1 foot at a time. Beautiful. All right, next exercise here on the Cadillac is gonna be our hanging pull-up with the trapeze bar. So we can begin, I already have the trapeze bar set up. You can go ahead and step up on to the mat and stand up. You already have your gloves, which will help with that grip. All right, so you might need to step back a little bit. I don't know, we'll see how long you are to step. So you're first gonna bring one leg in. Beautiful. Externally rotate that foot out to get a good hold, then bring that opposite leg in. Beautiful. This is a full body exercise here. Tilt that pelvis, find that length in your nice long position. Beautiful. Then you're going to bend those elbows and you're going to lift up and lower back down. Lift up, inhale as you lower down. One more time. Exhale, lift up, lower back down. Beautiful. Go ahead, lower 1 foot down at a time. Safely get down and stand back up. Nicely done. It's a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Our next exercise here to finish up the Cadillac is our standing hug a tree. So normally a lot of times we do this on the springboard, but since we're in the room now, we're going to we've converted the Cadillac to accommodate us for the hug a tree. So what we've done, we've lowered these down to your shoulder height already. We've placed the 2 yellow springs here on the end, the tower end here. So I'm gonna have you come stand in front. All right, I have to place you right in the middle there. You're gonna reach behind and grab those handles in each hand. Now, you can do this one of 2 ways. You can do the staggered stance, where you put one leg and that's gonna provide you more stability, or you can have both your legs parallel, facing forward. Which one would you like to do?
I'll try the lean.
The lean. Okay, so you're gonna find a slight lean here. All right, so you're gonna send those arms out wide. Nice. That slight bend in those elbows. All right, take a deep breath in. On that exhale, you're gonna bring those handles, bring those arms together, fingertips meeting right here in your midline. Beautiful. And then on that inhale, you're gonna open back up. Let's do that a couple more times. Make sure you're breathing. Those shoulders are back and down. Excellent. Your glutes are turned on. Those hamstrings are on. Your abs are nice and strong right now. Holding you up. Using that breath. Opening back up for the last time. Nicely done. Lower those hands down.